Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope y'all are having a great morning. I'm gonna try to make this video pretty quick. I'm trying to get ready for work. Got to take my girl to her to my little girl to her first day of first grade today. So very active day today, very active weather day. There's a chance for isolated tornadoes along with just a severe weather threat as far as flooding and things like that. But we're really going to focus on the tornado threat in this video. But keep in mind there is a significant flooding threat also, especially if you're on the eastern slopes of the Appalachian Mountains in the upstate of South Carolina and then the triad of North Carolina and northern Florida. So there's some very active weather going on right now. I'm not even going to bother trying to pull out radar scope. It'll take 10 years to do it. But active weather going on. There's been some active tornado warnings. In fact, there might be a confirmed tornado that's been on the ground already in Georgia. There might be one right now. So active weather in North Georgia right now. Stay weather aware. Today there is a slight risk. There's running all the way from northeast Atlanta almost all the way to south of Roanoke. The reason there's a slight risk is because there's an elevated tornado threat, a 5% chance of a tornado of 25 miles at any given location. Now, I know you are probably thinking, hey, that's not a big threat, but it really is, and it could get upgraded to a 10% chance in some areas. We'll watch that today. If it is, by the time some of you watch this video, there it is. But active weather, especially if you're in the upstate of South Carolina this afternoon, there's going to be multiple waves of precipitation that moves through, showers and storms. And we're going to kind of briefly run over that and talk about what's going on with that. But this is all due in the fact because the tail of Fred is whipping through, providing some nasty weather. And there's going to be some instability, some heating, some high humidity, higher dew points that are aided in between those lines. Well, humidity naturally is there anyways, but it'll heat in between these lines that move through, and it'll add instability. That mixed with a pretty strong 850 wind field will promote some spin ups. So we're going to briefly go over that. If you guys have not subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button, like the video, get this video out there because it could change. I'm not saying this video could change anybody's lives, but what I am saying is we need to be very weather aware today because it doesn't have that look out there of a severe weather. That's for sure. So moving forward here, this is the latest HRRR model, and this is a more wide view. We're going to get a little bit closer range here in a second. But this is what's going on. You have the remnants of Fred moving through. It's moving through. It's going to move through. The actual center of circulation is going to move through North Georgia. Along it, you're going to have waves of showers and storms that are going to whip through the Carolinas and North Georgia. In these waves of storms, there's going to be what you call low top thunderstorms, which means the updrafts aren't shooting very high, but there is a definite spin to the atmosphere in any of these storms you see. There's going to be multiple waves. They might be more in a line function. They might just be more isolated. But I think the coverage is going to be more widespread than maybe what this is depicting. But we'll check it out. But you see how these little tails, it almost looks like tentacles of Fred are whipping through the Carolinas. To me, that is the areas that are going to have the highest tornado threat. And we have to watch out for this. A little bit closer of a view is this is, I think, the prior HRRR model, but at this point it doesn't matter. It serves the same purpose here. As you get going, moving through in the early morning hours, you're already having waves of rain and showers and rain moving through this morning. But as you get going later in the morning, you're going to have more showers. And you notice this line that's going to be moving out of Georgia mid this morning into the Carolinas. These, even if you look at them, it even has that hook to them. There's going to be heating in between these lines. It's going to provide instability. There's a big time wind field in this too. But this is the latest HRRR. Here comes a wave. That kind of breaks up, but who knows if it actually will. And then later this afternoon, I think there'll be a hot period between maybe 2 p.m., to 7 to 8, maybe as late as 10 p.m. These lines will even move through areas of the Midlands of South Carolina, even maybe areas of the southern parts of the state. But in these areas right here, in any of these storms, that's why it's important that you know how to look at a radar to know if there's a storm coming towards you. There's really going to be like a low top threat of storms. That means these storms really aren't going to have intense lightning with them like they do with a supercell in the springtime, like a summer storm. They're going to produce a lot of rain, but it's going to be low top, which means it could drop down, do a spin up, destroy somebody's house just like that, and it's over with. And even the showers can do these. There's going to be so much of a spin to the atmosphere. So that's what we have to watch out for. Moving forward, more lines move through as late evening into the upstate. So there's going to be multiple rounds of this. You look at the latest NAM, shows the same thing, but the NAM really gets a nasty line moving through later in the evening into the upstate. And in this line of storms, in these lines of storms, there could be kinks, which are just on radar. That's why That's why it's good to know how to look at a Doppler radar. RadarScope is a great app. It costs $5 a year. You can plug in your location on this app, and there's something called velocity scan, which basically shows a decouple, and basically, I wish I could show y'all. It's hard to explain it, but it shows two discolorations and two different colors beside each other, which show you where circulation is. So rotation is. So it tells you where there's potentially a tornado on the ground. Sorry, I'm talking about 100 miles per hour because I'm trying to run through this video and get my day going. But I wanted to get this video out for you guys. But the NAM shows that. Now, you look at the wind field, the 850 wind field, notice the winds are screaming out the not the northeast, the southeast. So they're surging into the circulation of Fred, and you just have a big time wind field here as it gets to about 30 to 40 knots moving through the area. This is something you really typically see as a low level jet, and that's what this is. But this is tropical enhanced. This is basically a tropical system, which happens on the right quadrant of these tropical systems. This is not rare, this happens, but it's going to be enhanced a little bit because this is moving through daytime heating. And this is what's enhancing this. There's going to be daytime heating, instability is going to build, and that's why we need to watch out, along with the high dew points, just naturally, because you have tropical moisture being fed into this storm. It's a tropical system. It brings its own tropical moisture. Dew points will be into the low to mid 70s, even upper 70s in parts, and that's plenty of moisture for tornadic storms. These aren't going to be like supercell storms, like I mentioned. These are going to be low top storms. You're not going to see a lot of lightning, but CAPE will build in with the daytime heating. As you can tell, CAPE values pushing 2,000, 2,500 joules per kilogram. So there'll be enough juice to the atmosphere, that's for sure. You look at the updraft helicities. This tells you where potential spin-ups could be, potential swaths of basically rotating thunderstorms could be. And you notice in in North Georgia, it's really active in the morning to early morning hours, but then it moves even in areas of North Carolina, even in the southern Midlands, but it could be in any of these areas. But check out the upstate where the 5% chance is. That could be the dangerous area right here. So it's going to be a very active weather day. I'm not going to be able to really chase this. I'm going to try to get off work at 4:30 or 5 and see what's around, see if I can get any action. But y'all need to really stay safe today. It's going to be a very active day. This is soundings for an area in South Carolina that I picked. And check it out. These are not always easy to look at, but I'm going to just look at them because of the photographs right here. It starts like this, goes like that, and then it kind of circles around like that. What that tells me is it's not shooting, it's not hooking way up here, which means there would be more higher updrafts, more explosive updrafts, meaning they would go higher in the atmosphere. That's why I don't think we're going to get any hail. You don't see hail in typical tropical scenarios. You don't really see that at all. But one thing you do see is quick spin-ups, even in the smallest showers. But that has that rotating look to it, but it looks like it does not go very high, which tells me that is more of a low-top shower or storm. Plenty of moisture. So y'all be careful today. The smallest showers are going to produce maybe a quick spin. I'm not telling you all of them are, but the ones that you least expect it might. And it's just not going to have that look outside. You're not going to see some crazy, ridiculous-looking cloud with lightning shooting out of it like you do in the spring. These can pop up quick. The sky is going to be moving at 100 miles an hour a day. It's just going to look crazy out there today as far as the atmosphere and the clouds will be moving quick with a low-level jet moving along the storm. So y'all be safe today. I'll try to keep y'all updated. Please follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be at work too, so it's going to be hard to manage everything, but hit me up on Twitter. I'll keep y'all updated on there, especially if you're in the Carolinas. That's all I got, guys. Y'all have a blessed day and stay safe out there.